Welcome back to Cooking with Brad. It's like cooking with Bae, but Brad's Bae. So we are going to make a cake today, a macro-friendly cake. A cake that you can just eat whenever you want and not feel bad about it. Aubrie and I used to do a lot of recipe videos, and when we were gone to Utah, we were like, man, we really should do recipe videos again. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to make Kodiak cake, not pancakes. So let's do it. So I saw Kinsey share a recipe where she made this into a cake, and that's what we're gonna do similar. She did like fruit and stuff, but we're not gonna do fruit. So half a cup is 53 grams. And what we wanna do is we wanna do 2.5 cups. So we need to multiply that by 5, which in my head is 265 grams. So that's what we're gonna do, 265 grams. I have probably like an irrational fear of when I open bags that it's gonna like explode and go everywhere. Comment down below if you also have that fear. Like every time I open a bag, I feel like I'm like just being like really weak because I'm like, I don't wanna just be like, ah, and it just be like, so I got it. Another thing I don't like about Kodiak Cakes mix is like, I feel like all the good stuff is down here in the bag. And so whenever you are pouring the stuff, you don't ever get the good stuff. And then your last pancake or whatever is like the best pancake in the world because it's literally just chocolate chips. But anyways, there we are. 265 exactly, no big deal. Next, you're going to add 2 eggs. I only have liquid eggs. I would recommend regular eggs. Also, if you want to add the yolks in first, stir that up and then take your egg whites and whip them and then fold that in. It will make them fluffier. However, like I said, we only have liquid eggs, so I don't get to do that. But that's a way to get it to be a lot fluffier. Then we're also gonna add 2.5 cups of water. Half a cup of water that I measured out, 2 cups of water, thus 2.5 cups of water. Oh yeah. Whisk it real good. I'm gonna have to say that there's no way that recipe's right. That's way too liquid. That's way too much water. I'm now second guessing Kinsey's recipe. Okay, we're using the old bag, guys. This is why Cooking with Brad is the best show, because we just wing it. Feel more like a cake batter. Yeah, all right. So guys, entire bag of Kodiak cakes and 2 cups of water and 2 eggs. So we actually have to take this next door to the apartment to bake it because our oven's front glass shattered. Oh, look here, I'll just show you. Here's another piece of it that constantly falls out. Whenever they were installing it, and it was supposed to be fixed Tuesday, but the part was still not here, so one day I'll have an oven. Austin went next door and preheated the oven, so said, hey, you better preheat that oven or else I'm coming in raw. So he went ahead and heated it up for me. So sprayed that. We have our mixture right here, looking thick. I did the math on this. I don't know what eggs are, like as far as fat and everything goes. So, but the actual mix itself is now gonna be 40 fat, 300 carb, and 140 protein, if you ate the whole cake. But now I gotta figure out what 2 eggs adds to it. I think eggs are like 90 calories. I wanna say they're like 5 fat, 5 protein. So that would make this, if that's the case, this would make that 50 fat, 300 carb, and 150 protein for the whole thing. So definitely a low fat recipe for sure. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to let anything go to waste. So even though there's like not even like the tiniest little drop left in here, I'm gonna get it out. I said, Austin, should we put ice cream on this? He goes, I'm not gonna eat it if we put ice cream on it. I said, well, I'm putting ice cream on it now because it's my cake. Just kidding, I won't put ice cream on the whole thing. I don't know how to get this out. I think I'm just gonna do this. I feel like it's gonna make a mess. Like, you know when you pause before you do something and you question, like, should I be doing this? And then you start thinking of all the ways it could go wrong, and then you still do it anyways. Oh, man. Chef Brad in the house. Okay, so we have Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Whip.
Whip. Say whip. Whip. Now say Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip.
Light Cool Whip. And we're gonna make a frosting out of Cool Whip and cookie butter. Why is Cool Whip in the frozen section? You know? All right, I feel like I need a spatula. All right. I'm gonna mix it in this. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to dirty up extra utensils, you know? So, yeah, I'm gonna weigh this out so people know how many macros are. Like, I get it, I wanna be healthy, we wanna know the macros. 33 grams, 31 grams, close enough. Now I need to mix 9 grams, 1 fat, 3 carb. Well, so that is 99 grams. So that would be like 10 servings, right? Didn't I say it was 9 grams of the serving? Yeah, 9 grams serving. So it's got 10 fat, 30 carb for this added on. So now I'm gonna mix in the cookie butter to this. All right, I haven't even tried this cake, and I decided I want to cut it in half because I do want to do an ice cream cake one later. So I'm gonna cut this in half right now. Plus I'll get to find out if this thing is even like remotely good. Oh yeah, that actually looks really good. Dang, that looks good. Okay, so this half is what we'll do our Cool Whip cookie butter on. It's kind of getting it to be like a little bit better consistency so I can spread it with. Actually, you know what I should do? I mean, technically when you decorate a cake, you freeze the cake. So that way, whenever you're putting icing and stuff on there, you don't make a huge mess, because the cake is going to make a mess if you don't freeze it. Because as you start spreading this icing, it's just gonna like crumb up, but we don't got time for freezing this cake. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I know the right way to do things, and then there's the way that everyone else is gonna do them, and that's the way I'm gonna do it. I mean, who's got time to freeze a cake and then decorate it? It's like, no, trying to get your cake on.
You can do it. We believe.
Ta-da! 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 Brownie box.
Yay!
There you go. It's kind of like doughy, like a fudgy brownie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's a little moist.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, feels very airy.
Okay, I just did some little math for you guys, but I think that we're sitting at essentially like 5.5 fat, 21 carb, 11 protein for each square that's like this size. So, right there. And I'll tell you, this is literally one of the best protein desserts I've ever had. I think that if you could probably get away with like adding a couple of scoops of protein powder to the Kodiak Cake mix if you wanted to up the protein, but just be careful not to go too much because you'll end up drying it out. But in general, like, I mean, this is good. Like I'm gonna eat this whole thing, I think. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely want to start doing some more recipes, but for real, this smacked. I'm gonna try to use this no sugar added Bluebell with some cookie butter too to kind of make like an ice cream sandwich thing over here. I'll do that one in another video though. So, haha, I gotta watch again. Yeah, so like this video, comment down below if you're gonna try it out. Share this video with a friend that has a sweet tooth, but try to keep that protein up. Subscribe if you haven't, because Aubrey and I are going to start doing more of these videos. We missed doing recipe videos, and now we have our own house, you know? We're going to do that more often. And that's it. You're worth it.